Hi everyone, and welcome to the tutorial for Grade 9, Confirmation 1 at St. Florence Religious Education. In this tutorial, you will learn how to access the lesson, complete the lesson, and submit the lesson for credit. So let us begin. Each lesson will be sent to you in a Word document with all the links to the lessons that you will need to complete. This Word document will be emailed to you before the fall program begins. So let us begin on how to complete this lesson. The first thing you see when you click the link is this. This is our first lesson. Lesson 1, Life. Is this it? The next piece of the lesson you will see instructions. Please read the instructions slowly and ensure that you do the lesson accordingly. The first piece of the lesson is we ask you enter the email address. Your email address should be the email you check continuously throughout the day. It can be either the student or the parent's email address. For today, we are going to do test@gmail.com. The next piece we ask you for is your first and last name. It is important that you write your first and most importantly that you put your last name in case there are students in the program with the same first name. In order to receive credit, we need to know which student has completed the lesson. Therefore, if you please put your last name with your first, it helps greatly. So we're going to click test. Once you put your email and your first and last name, you will click next to go on to the next page. Here is the beginning of the lesson. We will start off with a prayer. Each student will read the prayer and reflect on the prayer. If you happen to ever need to go back to the previous page, you will click back, and as you can see, it brings us to the first page we were just at. Next, we'll put you forward to the next page. Now that you've done the prayer, you will click next. Here is the first lesson. You will read the instructions and follow them accordingly. Some lessons will have videos, some lessons will have excerpts to read. Please follow the questions and the videos. For this video, you have some short answer questions. Again, the instructions are right here. You will need to respond with 3 to 5 sentences. For the short answers, we're just going to put test to save some time. In order to move ahead and you've completed this page, you will click next. Again, this part of the video, of the lesson, you will need your book, the decision point book. Here is the instructions. It says watch the video and read pages 14 through 16 in your book. You will follow those instructions and then start the lesson. This lesson includes multiple choice questions. You will need to answer each question accordingly to ensure you receive credit. For today, we're just going to click the first multiple choice answer we see to save us time. Now you've completed the multiple choice. To move on to the next page, you may click next. The end of the lesson will end with a saint. Here is a little excerpt about the saint we ask you to read, and again, you will have questions, whether they be short answer or multiple choice. Let us click the answers here, and then there's a short answer and test. The last piece of the lesson will tell you how to complete the lesson to receive credit. It will tell you hit submit right here, and then it will say, click the link to check your answers to see how you did. Make a note of the questions you answered incorrectly and go back to the previous screen. Click the link to edit your responses to the questions you got wrong. Keep repeating this process until you got a perfect score. So again, we have the submit button, and here if you press it, you will see that your questions have been submitted. Now, the next step is to check your score. In order to check your score, you will click here, View Score. Here is the lesson that you've just done, but the difference is it's going to show you your answers and what you got right, what you got wrong. The first thing to note is the total points section. Here is where you find out if you got a certain percentage. So it looks like we got 3 out of 15 questions right. Unfortunately, that is not a passing grade. We, for this lesson, will need a 15 out of 15 to be submitted and to receive credit on this lesson. So, As you scroll down, you can see this is the same mirroring image or lesson we just did together. You will see there's short answers. In terms of short answers, you will not see if they're right or wrong. Instead, I will take a look at all your answers and make sure they're appropriate. Once you scroll down, you will see it's the same lesson. Now, when we get to the multiple choice answers, it will show you what answer you have clicked and whether that answer is right or wrong. For us, I clicked the first answer, and since it's highlighted in red and it has an X, this answer is incorrect. Additionally, you can look up here where it says 0 out of 1. That means I got 0 out of 1 points. Now, if you look here, it will show you this is your answer we clicked and it's wrong, but it also shows you the correct answer here. This is the most important piece. As you go through all your answers, you will need to note on a separate sheet of paper, on your phone, or a Word document what answers you got correct, what's the correct answer, and what answers you got wrong, and what's the correct answer for the one you got wrong. By doing so, you would just start at the top, record each answer and the correct answer, and scroll down. Here is an example of an answer we got right. As you can see, it's highlighted in green, has a green check mark, and over here it says we got 1 out of 1 point. That means this answer is correct. You will do this for all the answers, and then scroll down, and you'll see, again, for the more multiple choice answers, you'll see whether you got them right or wrong. Once you've done this, you will have your separate sheet of paper with the recorded answers. If you got a 15 out of 15, you are all set and you do not need to take the lesson again. If you got anything less than a 15, you will need to go back and retake the lesson. That is why we have you record your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Therefore, that will save you time and effort to take the lesson over and over again. Once you have recorded your answers and looked at your lesson, you will X out and go back to the previous page where we began our lesson. To do that, you can either go back to the email with the links for the lessons in your email document or click back. Once you've clicked back, you will end up at the first page where we started, where it says Lesson 1, Life Isn't It. You will do this, re-enter your email address, re-enter your first name, and go through the entire lesson yourself again. The nice piece about it is you should have your document with the answers recorded so that it doesn't take you as long to go over the lesson, read the expert, and watch the video. This is how you complete one of your lessons in grade 9. Each lesson is very similar and will have the same format, and you will do the same to record your answers and ensure that you get a 15 out of 15 or a perfect score. Please ask any questions after this video if you have any. If you have any questions as the time goes on, please feel free to reach out to the office at St. Florence and ask for Allison. I am more than willing to meet with you in person, talk you through this lesson over the phone, or do a Zoom meeting. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to working with everyone in the fall, and I'm excited for this program to begin. Have a great day.